Hi, welcome to Battery of Arms.
Today we're testing, is buckshot ethical for deer hunting? You scared me with that thing. Hi everybody, welcome to the channel. Today on Battery of Arms, for our first official video, actually, we're going to be testing, is buckshot ethical for deer hunting?
Because in some states, you can't use buckshot for deer. They say it's not ethical and it can wound them or they can kill them.
There's an endangered species right there.
Here in South Carolina, it is legal to use buckshot, but not in New York where I come from. So we will be testing at different yardages what was the penetration and accuracy of buckshot versus a slug.
The shotgun we're going to be using today is a Mossberg 500. This particular one, we're going to be using the same gun for all the tests to keep it consistent. We do have 3 different barrels here though. So, first barrel we've got on here is a 24-inch smoothbore slug barrel. So, testing smoothbore slugs. We've also got the same length rifled slug barrel right here. That's actually got some cool stuff on it, like an optic. And then for this, we've got a 28-inch buckshot barrel with what kind of choke we got on this?
The choke we have on this is a Kicks butt kicker choke. It is extra full to help give the buckshot all the chances it can get to get good penetration and accuracy. And the ammo we'll be using for today's test in the slugs is your traditional 2 3/4 1 ounce slug. Now this is your regular rifled slugs for the smooth bore. We also have some sabot slugs for the rifled slug barrel for the longer distances. And for the buckshot, we have 2 different buckshots as well. We have a 2 3/4 inch double-aught buck. This is a 9 pellet buckshot. This is your traditional hunting buckshot you find in most stores. And we also have some double-aught 3-inch buckshot, which is 15 pellets. We figure at longer distances, more pellets, more damage. So we're going to be testing how accurate the slugs versus the buckshot are. Slugs are being used as control, obviously. We're going to test for penetration, how deep they go.
Nice.
And also where the pellets land. We want to check in the vital zones versus non-vital zones. And we'll go from there. And now talking about the target in today's shoot. We have a undersized deer target.
But it's becoming increasingly obvious. I can deny it no longer. I am small.
But it's real in some states like South Carolina.
Yeah, we got small deer here.
And behind it we have drywall. And now in a study I've read that it says that 2 inches of drywall equates to about 5 inches of thawed deer meat. So at any distance, we believe if this happens to penetrate this massive stack, that's got to be at least 8 inches, I say, don't you think?
Oh, 8 inches is like a lot, dude. You know, that's probably, I would say that's more than adequate.
That's about average, right?
That's about average.
That's about average. That's our test. We're going to try to aim for this area here. That's your vital area, or even the neck. If it hits any other parts here, that's no bueno. So, let's get on with this test.
All right, first up, we've got a 2 3/4 1 ounce slug fired out of a smooth bore barrel. All right, safety off, here we go. I think that did pretty well.
And for the buckshot, I had the same shotgun with a 28 inch with a butt kicker choke in it. Woo!
Still got the powder here. Okay, well,
All right.
our first shot down here with the slug, we shot low as to give the target area more room for the buckshot to kind of land in. That is obviously a kill.
Oh, now look at the buckshot pattern. Okay, you got a buckshot pattern. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 shots. 3 of which are in the vital zone. But these here would have incapacitated the deer. This is a gut shot. We don't like that, but this is a kill shot. So I will say it would kill the deer.
Yes.
And will it penetrate? It definitely penetrates.
We got the
easily.
slug down here. All of the.
So I would say 25 yards with buckshot is definitely deadly.
Let's go!
So after we moved all the targets, we noticed something. So with the buckshot, as you see, it veered off course here. Didn't quite go all the way through the board, but look at the slug. It hit this 2x4 and went straight through it. That right there, my friends, is carnage.
That's some serious stopping
Yes.
power.
As of right now, I say, at this distance, the buckshot would kill a deer, but the slug definitely has the upper hand.
That's what I'm talking about! That's why he's the MVP! That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
All right, so we're at 50 yards. We're gonna be shooting double out buck, 2 3/4 inch at 50 yards. Let's do this. All right, so
We do have confirmation. This
So-
one did penetrate.
at 50 yards, it did hit the target, but we hit low here, one right in the dome piece, right here. But if they did hit at 50 yards, they would penetrate. Now, if you look, one hit the 2x4, and it did not go very far when it hit the 2x4. I think we're almost at the limit here of what you can do with buckshot. So what we're gonna do right now is I'll take another shot with buckshot, but it will be with the 3-inch. It'll give us 15 pellets of buckshot. Give it more of a chance. All right, so the 2 3/4 inch buckshot didn't seem to work very well. So I'm gonna give the benefit of the doubt and put some 3-inch double out buck, which has 15 pellets instead of only 8, instead of only 9. Let's see. All right. Well, I do gotta say, 3-inch buckshot with 15 pellets, definitely a bigger result. Goes right through. Still does not go through the wood, but it is exiting. Now let's see where we hit. All right, so we still didn't hit any in the vital area, but we do have one in the neck, which is definitely a killer shot. We got 2 in the front leg, which we don't want, but that's also depending on how you aim. I aimed up here, and I still dropped quite a bit at 50 yards. This is new as well, and so is this one right here. So out of the 15 pellets, we hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. So will it kill a deer? Yes, it will. However, if you don't know where these are spreading out to. So to me, this is more maiming. Let's go with a slug and just see if we can hit it accurately.
All right, now we're at 50 yards. We got a 2 3/4, 1 out slug out of a smooth bore barrel. See what kind of damage this will do.
Well, we do gotta say, even though our accuracy's off a little bit, which happens, it is good height. Now, if it hit in the vital area,
We'll chalk that up to user error.
yeah, it's definitely not the gun.
Yeah, it's definitely not the guy.
Went through and through,
Did it go all the way through?
and went all the way through the board. And look at the damage it left on this here. Well, maybe it didn't go through.
I mean, is there a hole out the back?
Yeah, there's a hole. Yep, went straight through.
Yep, straight through.
All right, so after that last series of shots, the buckshot seems to be dropping off a lot at 50 yards. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna give another chance at 50 yards. I got 3-inch double lot buck, 15 pellet. I'm gonna aim a couple inches over the back of the target. And I'm hoping that'll give us some nice group. Can't word today. All right, here we go. Double lot buck, 3-inch. This tiny ass deer.
Ears, Doug, ears.
Oh,
Yeah,
that would have been bad.
that would have been bad.
Here we go.
That was like good impact.
Ah, who doesn't love the smell of powder in the morning? You smell that powder? Ah.
Oh, we got hit.
All right, so this was,
Doug, we got several.
did we?
Yeah.
Oh, I may have to put foot in my mouth here.
Oh,
Oh, look at that.
that's a nice little spread. We got 3 in the vital zone,
And 3 in the neck.
1 in the dome.
Oh yeah, 1 in the leg.
One kind of down low, but a bigger deer, that would also be in the vital zone too.
Oh yeah, look at that. Well,
So maybe we're just stupid.
I do gotta say, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 of these shots is definitely vital. That's about half. The other ones are all spread out. So let's see how it did on the sheetrock behind it. Oh, they all went through it. Every single one. Well, I do gotta say, I'm pretty impressed by that, actually. And I did have to aim up here. So I think next thing we'll do is we'll go out to 75 yards. We'll shoot with the rifled barrel with a scope on it because my eyes aren't that good anymore. And then we'll test with the 3-inch buckshot again. And we'll see what kind of spread we're getting. All right, well, since we were surprised the results of the 3-inch buckshot at 50 yards actually hit mostly vital areas, what I'm gonna do is shoot some 2 3/4-inch buckshot again, and this time aim the same spot. And we'll see if we get similar effect. Remember, it's 9 pellet. Here we go. Safety off.
That's interesting. It hit everywhere but the buck. We got 3 down here. 1, 2, 3, 4 up here, but none on target.
I do gotta say that I'm not impressed by that.
No. How many pellets are there?
9.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're missing 1.
Well, these 3 were
Probably
here.
gonna fly.
These 3 were here already.
Oh, were they?
Those 3 were here. So we got
Okay.
1 way down here. And how many up there? 4,
1, 2, 3, 4,
5, 6. Was that there? That's new, right?
That's new.
That's 7. So we're talking at 50 yards, 4 feet, 3 feet.
These did punch through.
Right here too. We nicked the horn.
Not impressed. Non-lethal.
So-
100% non-lethal.
It went through the board, but I mean, I had no doubt if you happen to get a heart shot, it would kill the deer. However, this is just not good. We got 3 or 4 foot spread.
Yeah.
You know, to me, that's completely unacceptable. So I'm gonna say 50 yards, no good 2 3/4-inch double lot buck. 3-inch buck, very plausible, very doable. I'd say about 25 to 40 yards is probably good for double lot, 2 3/4. So I'm gonna take 1 more yardage. I'm going back to 75 yards with the Sabo Slug, as well as the 3-inch buckshot, and that'll be our final test. Let's get to it.
2 3/4 has been eliminated. Out of the race. All right, we are taking the 3-inch buckshot to, I believe, its limits at 75 yards. Let's see what we got.
I believe that it's gonna miss completely.
Yeah? I think we'll have some impact. I think we'll have 2 or 3.
All right,
Two
well,
or
we'll
three
see what
pellets.
happens.
I don't think the stopping power is gonna be an issue though.
Stop, yeah. All right, here we go.
All right. Safety off. We're live.
Oh my God, what is that? Oh my God, what is that?
Oh, I see one right in the boiler room. 2 in the boiler room. Oh, maybe.
Look at that.
One in the head. One there. So
Let's count how many pellets are in this.
15. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I don't see any other ones.
Did he go through?
Yep, they punctured all the way through.
How hard this one hit the wood?
Which one? Those. That's about what a 9. It's about what a 9mm would do. Honestly.
So, all right. So with your shot of the 3-inch buck,
I was aiming right here.
now he was aiming a good, what, 1.5 foot higher?
Oh yeah.
So will a buckshot, 3-inch buckshot kill at 75 yards? Yes.
But chances are slim, accuracy wise.
Yeah, of the 15 pellets, 3 hit the deer. And we're talking about a spread of about 3.5 feet. So chances of wounding the deer, I think, are greater than killing the deer. So I would have to say 75 yards is its limit. I wouldn't push it any further. Even then, it seems too far.
I would say that's probably, you got a 15% chance of,
Yep.
of landing a kill shot.
So now we'll
Roughly, that's rough math.
we'll take one more shot with a Sabo Slug through a rifled barrel, and we'll see if we can get any better accuracy with that. I hope we do. And we'll go from there. All right, with the double-aught 3-inch buck at 75 yards, we'll sum it up later. But now we're going to use my rifled barrel with a scope at 75 yards with Sabo slugs. We'll see if we can hit this. Safety's on. Safety's off.
Neck is just high of the kill zone here.
Well, if that's a bigger deer, a bigger sized deer, dead.
Yeah. 2 nice ones there. Look at that.
Yeah, that was my first hit, wasn't it? That was my first hit.
I couldn't tell. We can look back at the slow
All right.
and see.
So let's see. So now I was aiming in this area. Now the gun might not be super zeroed. I zeroed at 25 yards, but won't blame the gun, will blame me. So we do have 2 kill shots. That would have definitely killed the deer dead, no problem.
Oh yeah.
So here we have that. And notice the hole is smaller.
Yeah.
But
no trouble penetrating.
no trouble. All right, with the video over, we just want to talk about expectations. My expectations was that Slug was going to be the king, outperform buckshot, and the buckshot at around 30-40 yards would just drop off. What did you think?
It's kind of same thing. I thought that Slug would have no problem with accuracy or stopping power for that matter. I did think that buckshot would have less stopping power than it did at range. I thought once we got past 50 yards that you were gonna get like shallow punctures or no punctures at all. I did expect the pattern to be tighter though.
Right. So in the end, the slugs penetrated not only the drywall, it penetrated the backstop. So slugs have no issue with stopping power or accuracy, depending on how accurate we are. Buckshot, however, at that certain point, like we said, it's just everywhere. You can't make it accurate. So you have at 75 yards, you have a 15% chance. You said
That's rough math, but sure, we'll say that. We'll go with that.
so.
Final question, is buckshot ethical?
I think at 25 yards, I think you want to go much more than 25, 30 yards for buckshot. Slugs, all day. As far as buckshot goes, nope. Definitely wouldn't use that for anything. Definitely not. I don't think, overall, not ethical.
Because, I mean, even within 25 yards, it's not ultra reliable. And you got to think, in a hunting environment, you know, if a deer runs across a trail or something like that, you can't judge how close it's going to be. You can't say, oh, there's past 25 yards, I'm not going to be ethical. You know what I mean? Hi.
Yeah, so without testing, we conclude that buckshot at range is not ethical.
Nope.
Do not recommend.
Slugs are king.
You guys all think you're so much better than me.
Oh, Meg, that is the least fancy thing I have ever heard.
Thank you so much for watching Battery of Arms.
Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you think about the buckshot versus slug debate. Let us know if there's anything we can do better.
I do gotta say, buckshot is good for one thing.
What would that be? Oh no, not Mr.
That's what it's good for. We'll see you next time.
Woo!